always been a big believer about multiple streams of income. And thank God that I'm married to the man that I am, because I always have these like big, crazy ideas. And I like give him my presentation on why I think it should work, and he just trusts me. Honestly, it's crazy. Anyway, so we moved into our house and the basement was completely unfinished. I don't quite remember my thought process behind it, but at some point I was like, we should redo it and make it into a rental property. So every debt that we have, I always make sure that it's good debt. And what I mean by that is we always have a system in place to pay it off. So for example, if we pulled out 65, 70K to redo our basement, we were going to make the small sacrifice of having somebody live down there so that they would essentially be paying it off. But it did not come without a couple of hiccups along the way. I was so pregnant during this process, and I honestly remember being so scared that I put our family into a bad position because we weren't going to be able to make these HELOC payments. But God has literally provided, and we have had a tenant in there for the last 2 years straight. But this is where the funny part starts. So as soon as it got done, it was at the beginning of March that it got done. I kid you not, about a week after it was fully finished, it flooded. And it flooded bad. My husband was out of town. I was 6 months pregnant with a 2-year-old vacuuming up all the water, only for us to get it fully cleaned, move a tenant in there. The first 2 weeks that she lived there, it flooded again. A different spot through the windows. I cannot make this up. At that point, I called my dad at like 10 p.m. at night, and he came over, jacket, sandbags, everything, literally taking buckets of water out of our egress window and pulling it out. But the most amazing thing about this whole entire story is that we essentially redid the basement of our house, and we didn't pay for it at all. Somebody else did. We've been living minimally, and now that it's paid off, we have so many options, which is what I always envisioned. The easy thing to do would be to keep renting it and to use that money for like amazing, beautiful vacations. But honestly, I'm like, or we could put that money into like a 529 for our kids and let it grow over the next 18 years and let our money work for us. Or if you haven't maxed out a Roth IRA, you could put that money into a Roth IRA